I think we all reach a point in our lives when we start valuing different things. There's this beautiful shift that happens. We begin placing comfort over chaos, peace over perfection, and energy conservation over endless effort. Have you noticed that too? As the years pass, we realize that keeping a clean home isn't meant to be another burden weighing us down. It should feel like a gift we give ourselves, a gentle way of saying, I care about my surroundings and how I feel within them. But let's be honest with each other for a moment. Cleaning doesn't get easier as we age, does it? The constant bending, the repetitive scrubbing, the lifting of heavy items, these simple movements can become genuine challenges. Some days our bodies simply say, not today. That's precisely why I created this video. Because you deserve better approaches. You deserve smarter methods, not harder work. Today, I'm going to share 27 gentle, practical cleaning solutions that are especially helpful for those of us in our 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. These aren't flashy gimmicks or complicated systems. They're thoughtful, body-friendly, brain-smart little adjustments that can make your daily routines smoother and your home feel more welcoming with significantly less strain. Some of these tips might make you smile and think, well, that's clever. Others might have you wondering, why didn't someone show me this years ago? And a few, especially number 23, might completely transform how you approach certain cleaning tasks forever. Whether you live alone, with a partner, or near family, my sincere hope is that these ideas bring more ease to your days and more peace to your living space. Let's make our homes feel good again, without the backache, without the knee pain, without the frustration. Are you ready to discover some gentler ways to care for your space? Let's begin. 1. The trash bowl technique. Have you ever found yourself walking back and forth to the trash can while preparing a meal? Those extra steps might seem insignificant in the moment, but over time, they add unnecessary strain on your body. One of the most helpful kitchen habits I've developed is what I call the trash bowl technique. Instead of making repeated trips between your prep area and the trash can, simply place a medium-sized bowl within arm's reach. As you peel potatoes, chop onions, or open food packaging, toss all the scraps directly into this bowl. When you've finished your prep work, you can make just one trip to the trash, emptying the bowl and being done with it. It's cleaner, faster, and remarkably gentler on your joints. My friend Eleanor started using this method after her knee replacement. She told me, it's not just that I'm taking fewer steps, it's that I'm not disrupting my cooking flow. I can stand in one comfortable position and concentrate on creating my meal rather than constantly pivoting and walking. This simple adjustment makes a surprising difference, especially if standing for extended periods tires you out. You'll spend less time chasing vegetable peels across the counter and more time focusing on what truly matters, enjoying the cooking process and creating delicious food for yourself and your loved ones. 2. The saucer strategy for clean cabinets. Cabinet messes creep up on us, don't they? One day your spice shelf looks perfectly clean, and the next there are mysterious sticky rings underneath your honey jar or olive oil bottle that somehow leaked when you weren't looking. Instead of constantly scrubbing these stubborn rings from your shelves, which often involves awkward reaching or even climbing on step stools, there's a brilliantly simple solution that grandmothers have known for generations. Place a small saucer lid or even a cut-up piece of plastic container under anything that tends to drip or create residue. This works wonderfully for sticky items like honey, maple syrup, and molasses, but also for oils, vinegars, soy sauce, and even salt shakers that tend to leave those frustrating white rings. These little catch-all surfaces prevent the mess before it happens. When they get dirty, you simply lift them out and rinse them clean. No scrubbing the entire cabinet, no harsh chemicals, no straining your back or shoulders. I started doing this after helping my sister clean her kitchen cabinets. We spent an entire afternoon removing everything, scrubbing away years of sticky residue. Now she uses small ceramic saucers from a thrift store under her cooking oils. They look charming and save her from ever having to do that deep clean again. For those of us trying to avoid kneeling down or reaching awkwardly into deep shelves with cleaning sprays and cloths, this preventative approach is truly a game changer. It protects your surfaces and eliminates one of those dreaded deep cleaning tasks that can leave us feeling sore for days. 3. Hand sanitizer as a multi-purpose cleaner. Most of us accumulated quite a collection of hand sanitizer over the past few years, didn't we? It became such an essential part of daily life that many of us now have extra bottles sitting in drawers, purses, and glove compartments. But here's something you might not realize. That same hand sanitizer can do much more than clean your hands. Its high alcohol content makes it perfect for quick cleaning a surprising number of household items. Try using a few drops on a microfiber cloth to quickly clean your cell phone screen, which typically collects more germs than a bathroom doorknob. It works beautifully on eyeglasses too, removing fingerprints and facial oils without damaging the lenses or coating. Remote controls, which we touch constantly but rarely clean, can be gently wiped down with a sanitizer-dampened cloth. The alcohol evaporates quickly without leaving residue or damage. I've also found it extraordinarily effective for cleaning hair styling tools like curling irons and straighteners. These tools develop a gunky buildup from hair products that becomes nearly impossible to remove when allowed to accumulate. A little hand sanitizer breaks down this residue in seconds. My neighbor, who has rheumatoid arthritis, keeps a small bottle in every room of her house. It's so lightweight, she tells me. I don't have to carry around spray bottles and rags. Just a tiny amount on a tissue, and I can quickly clean the bathroom faucets or doorknobs when I notice they need attention. It's a low-effort way to disinfect frequently touched surfaces without hauling cleaning supplies around the house. Perfect for those days when energy conservation matters most. 4. Pine cleaner in the washing machine. Now this one might surprise you a bit. We typically think of pine cleaner, often called Pine Sol or similar brands, as something reserved for mopping floors or wiping down countertops. But did you know it can work wonders in your washing machine? For bedding, towels, and clothing that has developed stubborn odors or stains, adding just 1/4 cup of pine cleaner directly to your washing machine drum can make a remarkable difference. It deodorizes, cuts through body oils and greases, and leaves fabrics feeling genuinely refreshed. Yes, the pine scent is distinct, but if you don't mind the aromatic clean smell, the results are worth it. The key is adding it directly to the drum before your laundry goes in, not in the detergent dispenser where it might not distribute properly. My sister-in-law discovered this trick when her husband's work clothes, he's a mechanic, continued to smell of grease even after washing. The pine cleaner cuts right through those stubborn oil stains and odors that regular detergent just can't touch, she told me. Here's another related tip. When washing bulky items like comforters or blankets, try folding them in a loose S shape before loading them into the machine. This prevents them from bunching up in one corner, ensures a more even clean, and helps avoid those noisy, off-balance spin cycles that can be so startling. A little preparation and an unexpected ingredient can transform your laundry results without requiring any extra physical effort from you. 5. The laundry stripping method for deep renewal. Have you ever noticed how towels can develop a musty smell, even when they're freshly washed? Or how t-shirts gradually lose their softness, feeling stiff and uncomfortable, regardless of how much fabric softener you use? This common problem is typically caused by a buildup of detergent residue, body oils, and mineral deposits from hard water that standard washing cycles simply can't fully remove. The solution? A method called laundry stripping that works like a reset button for your fabrics. Don't let the name intimidate you, it's actually quite simple to do. Fill your bathtub, or a large basin if that's easier, with the hottest water your tap provides. Then add a 1/4 cup of borax, a 1/4 cup of washing soda, not baking soda, and a generous scoop of regular laundry detergent. Stir until everything dissolves. Here comes the surprising part. Submerge your already clean laundry into this mixture. Yes, items that have already been washed. Let everything soak for 4-6 hours, stirring occasionally if you think of it. What happens next is almost magical. The water turns a disturbing gray or brown color as years of hidden residue gets pulled out of the fabric fibers. That's all the buildup that regular washing couldn't remove. After soaking, run the items through a normal rinse cycle in your washing machine. No additional detergent needed. The result? Towels that feel luxuriously soft again, t-shirts that have regained their flexibility, and bed sheets that finally feel truly clean. Martha, A friend in her 70s tried this with bath towels she'd been using for over a decade. I was shocked by how dark the water turned, she told me. Those towels felt brand new afterward, softer than they'd been in years. I'd been about to replace them, but now I don't need to. This method requires minimal physical effort but delivers remarkable results. Your back and knees will thank you for avoiding endless scrubbing, and your linens will feel rejuvenated. 6. The magic of dryer sheets, beyond the laundry room. Dryer sheets have faithfully served us in the laundry room for decades, but their usefulness extends far beyond preventing static cling in your clothing. In fact, one of their most overlooked applications is as a dusting tool. The unique texture of dryer sheets, combined with their anti-static properties, makes them extraordinarily effective at picking up dust, lint, pet hair, and even those fine particles that regular cloths just push around. Try running a used dryer sheet, yes, one you've already used in the dryer, along your baseboards. The sheet glides smoothly while collecting dust and reducing the static charge that typically causes dust to resettle quickly. This means your home stays cleaner longer. Bathroom floors are another perfect place to use dryer sheets. Those fine hairs that seem to cling to the floor around the sink and vanity? A dryer sheet picks them up with ease, while water would simply spread them around. Television and computer screens, which attract dust because of their slight electrical charge, can be gently wiped with a dryer sheet. The anti-static effect helps prevent dust from immediately resettling. I keep a box of used dryer sheets in a drawer in each bathroom, my friend Diane shared. My arthritis makes it hard to grip cleaning tools sometimes, but I can easily wrap a dryer sheet around my fingers and quickly clean the dust off picture frames or lampshades without needing to hold anything tightly. Start by dry dusting with a dryer sheet, then follow with your regular cleaner only if necessary. You'll find the job goes more quickly, requires less effort, and often leaves behind a light, fresh scent, as if you'd refreshed the whole room without even lifting a mop. 7. Clean your toilet tank without scrubbing. When we think about cleaning the toilet, our attention naturally goes to the bowl. But what about the tank? That's where the water comes from every time you flush, and over time, mineral deposits, mold, and bacteria can build up inside, eventually affecting both the cleanliness and the smell of your entire toilet. Thankfully, there's a way to clean the tank that requires absolutely no scrubbing, perfect for those of us who want to avoid kneeling, awkward reaching, or using harsh chemicals. First, turn off the water supply to the toilet. You'll usually find this valve located behind or near the base. Next, flush once to drain as much water from the tank as possible. Now, for the cleaning magic. Pour about 1 cup of citric acid powder into the tank. You can find this natural cleaner online or at many grocery stores. Add just enough hot water from the tap to cover the bottom of the tank. No need to fill it completely. Then, simply walk away and let chemistry do the work for you. After 1 hour, or longer if you prefer, turn the water supply back on and flush a few times. The citric acid dissolves mineral buildup, disinfects surfaces, and freshens the tank, all without you lifting a brush. Barbara, who had hip replacement surgery last year, swears by this method. I physically cannot kneel down and reach into the toilet tank anymore, she told me. This solution lets me maintain a clean bathroom without compromising my recovery or risking a fall. For an even fresher toilet, you can add a few drops of lavender or tea tree essential oil to the citric acid. They add a pleasant scent while providing additional antibacterial properties. 8. Black light detective, work for mystery odors. Have you ever walked into a room and sensed something wasn't quite right? That subtle but persistent odor that you simply cannot locate? If you have pets or grandchildren who visit regularly, there might be hidden accidents that your eyes can't detect, but your nose certainly can. This is where a small blacklight flashlight becomes your secret detective tool. Available online for under $10, 0 cents, these specialized lights reveal what regular vision cannot see. Simply wait until evening, or draw the curtains, turn off the lights in the room, and shine the black light slowly over carpets, furniture, and floors. You'll be amazed, sometimes shocked, by what becomes visible. Stains that have long since disappeared to the naked eye will glow distinctly under the black light. My friend Richard, who adopted an elderly dog, was perplexed by an odor in his living room that no amount of regular cleaning seemed to eliminate. I swept that black light across the room and discovered a whole history of accidents in one corner of the carpet that I had completely missed. Once I properly treated those specific spots, the smell disappeared completely. The beauty of this method is that you don't have to bend down, crawl around, or clean entire surfaces unnecessarily. You identify precisely where the problem lies, then target your cleaning efforts efficiently. For older adults who want to maintain independence in home care, this tool provides a way to solve mystery odors without the physical strain of moving furniture or the frustration of cleaning randomly in hopes of finding the source. It's investigative work that saves your back and your sense of smell simultaneously. 9. Cornstarch glass cleaner for a streak-free shine. Cleaning windows and mirrors can be one of the most frustrating household tasks, can't it? You spray, you wipe, you think you're finished, then the light hits just right, and suddenly you see streaks everywhere. The arm-straining repetition of cleaning and re-cleaning can make this simple task exhausting. Here's a little-known formula that professionals use and that works better than most store-bought sprays, using ingredients you likely already have in your kitchen. In a spray bottle, combine 1 cup of white vinegar, 1 cup of warm water, and 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. That last ingredient is the secret weapon here. Cornstarch acts as an extremely fine, gentle abrasive that helps lift away grime while preventing streaking. Be sure to shake the bottle well before each use, as the cornstarch will settle. Spray a moderate amount directly onto your windows or mirrors. Then wipe with a lint-free cloth. For truly spectacular results, try wiping with old newspaper instead of cloth. The ink contains chemicals that help polish the glass to a perfect shine. I've been cleaning houses for 35 years, my friend Marianne told me, and this homemade solution outperforms every commercial product I've tried. Plus, I'm not breathing in chemical fumes all day. For those with arthritis or limited mobility, this method significantly reduces the need for repeated wiping and applying pressure. The cleaning happens more efficiently, meaning less strain on wrists, elbows, and shoulders. You'll feel genuine satisfaction seeing sunlight stream through perfectly clear windows, a small joy that makes our spaces feel instantly more welcoming. 10. The vacuum pattern method for efficient cleaning. Vacuuming seems straightforward enough. Just push the machine back and forth until the floor looks clean, right? But there's actually a methodical approach that ensures you clean every inch of carpet while using less energy and creating more satisfying results. Instead of random movements across the floor, try this intentional pattern. Push the vacuum forward in a straight line, then pull it back at a slight angle. Push forward again in a straight line parallel to your first pass, then pull back at an angle again. This creates an efficient pattern that hits every fiber from multiple directions. The slight overlapping ensures no dirt gets missed, while the different angles help lift carpet fibers and remove debris that might be trapped from various directions. It's like mowing a lawn, explains Stanley, who taught hotel housekeeping for 20 years. You want to create those neat, satisfying lines while ensuring no spot gets missed. Your carpet stays cleaner longer because you're not just removing surface dirt, you're getting what's trapped deeper in the fibers too. For older adults, this methodical approach means fewer passes over the same area, which conserves energy and reduces strain on the back and shoulders. You'll also notice your carpet maintains that freshly vacuumed look for longer periods between cleanings. There's something deeply satisfying about looking back at a room with those neat vacuum lines, visible proof of a job well done without unnecessary exertion. 11. The mop method for cabinet cleaning. Cabinet fronts are some of the most overlooked surfaces in our homes, yet they collect a surprising amount of grime. Think about it. We touch them constantly with hands that have been cooking, gardening, or handling various substances throughout the day. Over time, a film builds up on cabinet surfaces, especially around handles and along the bottom edges. But thoroughly cleaning each cabinet door and drawer front can require uncomfortable bending, reaching, and scrubbing, movements that aren't always kind to aging bodies. Here's a brilliant solution that uses a tool you already own. Take a clean, slightly damp, flat mop, the kind with a microfiber pad, and use it to mop your cabinets from top to bottom. This allows you to stand in a comfortable position while the mop does the work. For kitchen cabinets with stubborn grease, add a few drops of dish soap to warm water before dampening your mop pad. For bathroom cabinets, a solution with a small amount of white vinegar works wonders on soap scum and water spots. I discovered this by accident when I was recovering from back surgery, shares Louise, a retired nurse. I couldn't bend or reach, but my kitchen cabinets needed cleaning badly. I tried my flat mop out of desperation, and now I'll never clean cabinets any other way. It's so much easier on my body. This method is especially helpful for upper cabinets that require uncomfortable reaching and lower cabinets that would normally have you kneeling on hard floors. You'll be amazed at how much cleaner your kitchen looks with so little effort. Treating your cabinets like vertical floors is truly a revelation for those of us who value our joint comfort. And 12. The boiling water miracle for stove parts. Greasy stove grates, burner caps, and vent filters develop stubborn, baked-on residue that seems to mock our cleaning efforts. Scrubbing these items by hand can be a physically demanding task that leaves your hands, wrists, and shoulders aching. But there's a remarkably simple solution that harnesses the power of basic physics instead of your muscle power. Place your dirty stove grates or vent filters in the kitchen sink, or a large heat-safe container if they're particularly large. Then pour boiling water directly over them, completely submerging the parts if possible. The hot water immediately begins softening and dissolving grease bonds. For extra cleaning power, add a quarter cup of dish soap or a half cup of baking soda to the boiling water before pouring. Allow everything to soak for 15-20 minutes. This is your opportunity to rest or do something enjoyable rather than scrubbing. When the time is up, most of the grime will rinse away with minimal effort. For any stubborn spots that remain, a gentle wipe with a sponge should now be sufficient. I used to dread cleaning my stove grates, admits Thomas, who recently turned 75. My hands don't have the strength they once did, and the scrubbing motion caused pain in my wrists. This boiling water method means I can maintain a clean cooking space without physical strain. For those handling larger items like oven racks, consider using your bathtub instead of the kitchen sink. The principle remains the same. Let heat and chemistry do the hard work so your body doesn't have to. 13. Lint rollers, the versatile cleaning companion. That humble lint roller you use to remove pet hair from your clothes is actually one of the most versatile cleaning tools you'll ever own. Its simple, sticky surface can replace several more cumbersome cleaning methods, especially for delicate or difficult-to-clean items. Lampshades, for instance, gather dust that regular dusting often just redistributes. A few passes with a lint roller picks up the dust without damaging the fabric or shape of the shade. Try running a lint roller over the interior of your purse or handbag. You'll be surprised at how much lint, crumbs, and debris it collects from those hard-to-reach corners. It works beautifully on drawer liners, inside jewelry boxes, and on velvet or suede surfaces that don't respond well to traditional cleaning. I keep lint rollers in every room, says Judith, who has limited mobility due to arthritis. They're lightweight, require no gripping strength, and I can clean surfaces like my fabric headboard or the tops of picture frames without having to hold my arms up for extended periods. The roller is also perfect for quickly refreshing upholstered dining chairs between deeper cleanings, especially helpful before unexpected company arrives. Just a few swipes removes crumbs, hair, and surface dust without the need to drag out the vacuum. For those with pets, run a lint roller over your bedspread each evening before sleep. It collects fur that would otherwise end up on your pajamas and hair. This small habit takes seconds, but makes a noticeable difference in comfort. The beauty of this tool lies in its simplicity. There's no preparation, no cleanup, and no physical strain involved. When the sheet becomes full of debris, you simply peel it away and expose a fresh, sticky surface. 14. Lemon Refresh for garbage disposals. Even the cleanest kitchens sometimes harbor hidden odors, and the garbage disposal is often the culprit. Food particles and residue can cling to the blades and interior walls, creating unpleasant smells that waft up whenever you use the sink. Instead of purchasing chemical cleaners or sticking your hand into the disposal, Never recommended. Try this natural, effortless solution using something you might already have in your fruit bowl. Cut a lemon into quarters or use one that's slightly past its prime. This is a perfect use for fruit that's too old for cooking. Drop the pieces into the disposal, then run cold water for about 10 seconds. Turn on the disposal and let it run until you no longer hear the lemon pieces being processed. The citric acid naturally disinfects the disposal blades and interior, while the oils in the lemon peel provide a fresh, clean scent. The cold water helps solidify any grease or oils in the disposal, making them easier for the blades to capture and remove. I do this weekly now, shares Carolyn, who lives alone. My kitchen always smells clean, and I never worry about unexpected odors when my children or grandchildren visit. It's such a simple task, but makes a real difference in how fresh my home feels. If you don't have lemons on hand, oranges, limes, or even grapefruit work just as effectively. Some people add a handful of ice cubes along with the citrus for extra cleaning power. The ice helps knock debris from the blades as it's crushed. This method requires no bending, no scrubbing, and no chemical cleaners. Just a natural way to keep one of your kitchen's hardest working appliances clean and fresh smelling. 15. The tongs technique for blind cleaning. Window blinds collect dust with remarkable efficiency, don't they? Those horizontal slats seem designed to gather and hold onto every particle of dust in the air. Cleaning them traditionally requires wiping each slat individually, a tedious process that strains the shoulders and neck as you reach and bend. Here's an ingenious solution using an ordinary kitchen tool. Take a pair of kitchen tongs and wrap a microfiber cloth or even an old sock around each arm of the tongs. Secure the cloth with rubber bands or small hair ties. You've now created a blind cleaning tool that cleans both the top and bottom of each slat simultaneously. Simply clamp the tongs around a slat and slide from one side to the other. Release, move down to the next slat, and repeat. This method cut my blind cleaning time in half, says Margaret, who has 6 large windows in her living room. More importantly, it eliminated the neck pain I used to get from looking up at an awkward angle while cleaning. I can actually hold my head in a natural position now. The tongs method works equally well for wooden, metal, or vinyl blinds. For particularly dusty blinds, lightly spray the cloths with water or a gentle cleaning solution before beginning. If you have vertical blinds, the same tool works. Just turn the tongs sideways and clean each vertical slat from top to bottom. The consistent pressure of the tongs ensures you clean evenly without having to press hard or make multiple passes. Simple tools used creatively can make previously challenging tasks accessible and manageable, preserving both your time and your physical comfort. 16. Baking soda shoe refresher. Even with the most meticulous foot hygiene, shoes inevitably develop odors over time. The warm enclosed environment creates ideal conditions for bacteria growth, especially in athletic shoes or frequently worn favorites. Commercial shoe deodorizers often contain harsh chemicals and artificial fragrances that can irritate sensitive skin. Instead, try this gentle, natural solution that's been passed down through generations. Before going to bed, sprinkle 1 to 2 tablespoons of baking soda into each shoe. The baking soda works overnight to absorb both moisture and odor, causing bacteria. In the morning, simply turn the shoes over and tap out the powder. No vacuum needed. If you're concerned about powder residue, here's a tidy alternative. Pour the baking soda into a coffee filter or thin sock. Tie it closed with a rubber band, and place the small sachet inside each shoe overnight. In the morning, you can simply remove the pouches without any powder spillage. By working in schools, offices, and with children, I've used this trick for years with my husband's work boots, shares Rose. He works construction, and those boots used to smell terrible. Now they're never offensive, and he says his feet feel better too. Less sweaty and irritated during the day. For enhanced freshness, add a few drops of tea tree, lavender, or lemon essential oil to the baking soda before sprinkling it into the shoes. These oils have natural antibacterial properties that complement the odor-absorbing power of the baking soda. This method is particularly helpful for people who use orthotic inserts or special shoes that can't be easily washed. The gentle deodorizing happens without damaging special footwear or requiring you to purchase replacements prematurely. 17. Vinegar magic for shower heads. Have you noticed your shower spray becoming less powerful or uneven over time? That's typically caused by mineral deposits, limescale, gradually blocking the tiny holes in your shower head, especially if you live in an area with hard water. Replacing shower heads can be expensive and physically challenging, requiring tools and awkward overhead work. Fortunately, there's a remarkably simple solution that requires no tools, no disassembly, and very little effort. Fill a plastic sandwich bag with white vinegar. Then carefully position it over your shower head so the nozzle is completely submerged in the vinegar. Secure the bag with a rubber band or hair tie around the pipe behind the shower head. Now simply walk away and let chemistry work for you. Leave the vinegar bath in place for at least 2-3 hours, though overnight soaking delivers the most dramatic results for severely clogged shower heads. The acetic acid in vinegar naturally dissolves calcium and lime deposits without damaging metal finishes. When you remove the bag, run hot water through the shower for a minute to flush out the loosened deposits and any remaining vinegar. I was about to call a plumber because my water pressure had dropped so much, reveals Edward, who lives in an older home with original plumbing. This vinegar trick restored my shower to like new condition without costing me a penny in service calls. For shower arms that extend from the wall, this same technique works perfectly. You can even use it on sink faucets by securing a vinegar-soaked cloth around the faucet head with a rubber band. This solution is ideal for older adults who want to maintain their bathrooms independently without requiring assistance for plumbing issues or fixture replacement. It's gentle, effective, and requires minimal physical effort, the perfect combination. 18. Newspaper. The vintage glass cleaning secret. Long before special microfiber cloths and paper towels became household staples, there was newspaper. And surprisingly, this old-fashioned approach to cleaning glass and mirrors still outperforms many modern methods. The next time you're faced with streaky windows or spotty mirrors, try this throwback technique. First, lightly spray the glass surface with your favorite window cleaner or a simple solution of equal parts white vinegar and water. Then, instead of reaching for paper towels, grab a sheet of newspaper, yes, actual newspaper, preferably the black and white pages, not the glossy inserts. Crumple it slightly to soften it. Then use it to wipe the glass in a circular motion, followed by straight strokes. The magic happens. Because newspaper has several advantages over other wiping materials. First, it doesn't leave lint behind like paper towels often do. Second, the printing ink actually works with the cleaning solution to cut through grime. Finally, it creates a slight polishing effect that leaves glass truly sparkling. My mother taught me this trick in the 1950 cess, shares Dorothy. I've tried all the fancy new glass cleaners and cloths over the years, but I always come back to newspaper. Nothing else gives that perfect shine without streaks. For those with joint pain or hand sensitivity, newspaper is also gentler to use than scrubbing with cloths, requiring less pressure to achieve better results. And unlike special cleaning cloths, you don't need to wash anything afterward. Simply recycle the newspaper when you're done. Keep a small stack of newspaper pages with your cleaning supplies, and you'll always have this efficient, economical glass cleaning tool on hand. Sometimes the wisdom of previous generations still offers the best solutions. 19. Essential oils in your vacuum for sensory refreshment. Vacuuming is effective at removing dust and debris, but it doesn't always leave behind a fresh scent. In fact, the air pushed through the vacuum can sometimes carry a slightly stale odor, especially if the bag or filter hasn't been changed recently. Transform this routine chore into a more pleasant experience by incorporating aromatherapy principles. Place 5-7 drops of your favorite essential oil onto a cotton ball or small piece of tissue. Tuck this scented piece into your vacuum's dust collection chamber, bag, or near the exhaust filter. As you vacuum, the air passing through the machine will distribute a gentle fragrance throughout your home. Unlike artificial air fresheners that mask odors with chemicals, essential oils provide natural scents that can actually improve your mood and well-being while you clean. I use lavender in my vacuum during spring cleaning, says Ruth, who suffers from seasonal allergies. Not only does my home smell wonderful, but the lavender has a calming effect that makes the work feel less stressful. It's become a little ritual I actually look forward to. Different oils offer various benefits. Lavender promotes relaxation. Lemon creates an energizing, clean atmosphere. Eucalyptus helps clear the air and can ease breathing, and cinnamon brings a warm, welcoming feeling to your space. For those who spend significant time indoors, or who may have limited mobility, creating a pleasantly scented environment becomes particularly important. Our sense of smell connects directly to our emotional center and memories. Harnessing this connection can make cleaning feel like self-care rather than a chore. This small addition costs pennies but transforms the sensory experience of maintaining your home. It's these thoughtful details that can bring unexpected joy to routine tasks. 20. The cleaning caddy system. Have you ever started cleaning one area only to realize you need a different spray, cloth, or tool that's stored elsewhere in your home? Those extra trips to gather supplies can turn a quick 10-minute task into a tiring 30-minute ordeal, wasting precious energy you could be saving for activities you actually enjoy. Creating a well-organized cleaning caddy is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to make home maintenance more efficient and less physically demanding. Start with a lightweight caddy with a comfortable handle. A plastic basket or repurposed shower caddy works perfectly. Stock it with your most frequently used cleaning supplies: an all-purpose spray, glass cleaner, disinfectant wipes, microfiber cloths, a small scrub brush, and perhaps rubber gloves. The key is keeping it light enough to carry easily while including everything you typically need for quick cleanups. Store your caddy in a central location, like a hall closet, or under the kitchen sink, so it's readily accessible when needed. My cleaning caddy changed everything after my hip surgery, explains William. Instead of gathering supplies for each task, everything is in one place. I actually clean more regularly now because it's so much easier to get started and finish quickly. Consider creating specialized caddies if you have a larger home, perhaps one for bathroom cleaning and another for kitchen tasks. This approach ensures you have exactly what you need without carrying unnecessary items. For those with memory challenges, a well-organized caddy also helps by providing visual cues about what products to use for different tasks. Everything has its place, eliminating the frustration of searching for misplaced items. This simple organizational system preserves your independence, reduces unnecessary steps, and helps maintain your home with dignity and efficiency. Exactly what we're all seeking as we age gracefully in our spaces. 21. Rubber band grip enhancers for jars and bottles. As we age, changes in grip strength can make opening jars, bottles, and containers surprisingly challenging. What once required little thought can become a frustrating obstacle to independent living. Thankfully, one of the most effective solutions is also one of the simplest. Keep a collection of rubber bands in your kitchen drawer. The thicker, wider varieties work best. When you encounter a stubborn lid, wrap a rubber band around the edge, creating a textured surface that your hand can grip much more effectively. The rubber band provides two key benefits. It gives your fingers something to hold on to besides the smooth metal or plastic lid, and it creates friction that prevents your hand from slipping while turning. For particularly challenging containers, use two rubber bands, one around the lid and another around the body of the jar, to stabilize both parts. I wrap rubber bands around all my essential oil bottles and vitamin jars as soon as I bring them home, shares Patricia, who has arthritis in her hands. It's transformed my daily routine from a series of small frustrations to simple, manageable tasks. This technique works on everything from pickle jars to prescription bottles with child-proof caps. For containers you use frequently, consider keeping the rubber bands in place permanently. They'll be ready whenever you need them. Sometimes the most profound solutions are also the most humble. This simple adaptation requires no special equipment, no installation, and no assistance from others. Just a thoughtful application of an everyday object that extends your ability to care for yourself independently. 22. The pillowcase method for ceiling fans. Ceiling fans present a unique cleaning challenge. Dust collects on the top surface of the blades, out of sight but definitely not out of mind, especially when you turn the fan on and that dust suddenly becomes airborne, settling on furniture and triggering allergies. Traditional cleaning methods involve awkwardly reaching up with a duster or cloth, which often results in dust falling directly onto your face, furniture, and floors, creating more mess than you started with. Here's a brilliantly simple solution. Take an old pillowcase and gently slip it completely over one fan blade. Apply light pressure with your hands on both sides of the blade through the fabric and pull the pillowcase backward, capturing all the dust inside the case as you go. Repeat with each blade, turning the pillowcase inside out or switching to a clean one if necessary for heavily dusty fans. The dust stays contained within the fabric rather than dispersing throughout the room. This technique saved me from having to drag out the stepladder, shares Howard, who had knee replacement surgery last year. I can clean my ceiling fans using just my extended reach from the floor, with no climbing or balancing required. For higher ceilings, attach the pillowcase to an extended duster handle or broom handle using large rubber bands. This allows you to maintain the same dust-capturing benefit without straining to reach. After cleaning all blades, take the dusty pillowcase directly to your washing machine. The dust stays contained from fan to laundry with no cross-contamination of your living space. This method transforms a traditionally messy, physically challenging task into a simpler, cleaner process that respects your body's limitations while still achieving excellent results. 23. Denture tablets for hard-to-clean containers. There's something particularly frustrating about containers that develop interior stains we can't easily reach. Flower vases with narrow necks, travel coffee mugs with curved bottoms, and those reusable water bottles with residue that no bottle brush seems to remove completely. Rather than struggling with awkward scrubbing tools or harsh chemicals, consider this surprisingly effective solution: denture cleaning tablets. Fill the stained container with warm water, drop in 1 or 2 denture cleaning tablets, and let them dissolve completely. The tablets create a gentle fizzing action that helps lift stains from surfaces while disinfecting simultaneously. Let the solution sit for at least 30 minutes, though overnight soaking delivers the most dramatic results for stubborn stains. After soaking, simply rinse thoroughly. Most stains will have dissolved away with no scrubbing required. This method works beautifully on coffee and tea residue, flower stem stains, mineral deposits from hard water, and even protein buildup in smoothie bottles. I discovered this technique when helping my mother with her dentures, says Angela. I noticed how effectively the tablets remove stains and realized they could work on my collection of vases too. Now, I use them for all my hard-to-clean containers. They're gentle enough for Crystal, but powerful enough for my husband's protein shake bottles. The beauty of this approach lies in its hands-free nature. Instead of contorting your wrists and fingers to reach difficult angles, you simply let the cleaning agent do the physical work. This is particularly beneficial for those with arthritis, decreased hand strength, or limited dexterity. Denture tablets are inexpensive, readily available at any pharmacy, and safe for most materials, including glass, ceramic, metal, and most plastics. Keep a package under your sink for those cleaning challenges that would otherwise require specialized tools or excessive physical effort. 24. The shower curtain washing revolution. Shower curtains and liners inevitably develop soap scum, mildew, and that pinkish residue along the bottom edge. Traditional cleaning methods involve scrubbing by hand in the tub, a task that requires kneeling, bending, and considerable arm strength. Here's a much gentler approach. Your washing machine can do this job perfectly with almost no effort from you. Remove the shower curtain or liner from its hooks and place it in your washing machine. Add 2 bath towels to the load. These provide gentle scrubbing action as the machine runs. Use warm water and a regular amount of detergent plus a half cup of baking soda added directly to the drum. Select a gentle cycle to prevent tearing and stop the machine before the spin cycle if you're washing a plastic liner. Fabric curtains can go through the complete cycle. Hang the curtain or liner back in your bathroom to dry. The heat and airflow from your next shower will help eliminate any remaining wrinkles. I used to replace my shower liners every few months when they got dingy, admits Samuel. Now I wash them twice a year and they look brand new each time. It's saved me money and eliminated a cleaning task I genuinely disliked. For extra disinfecting power, add a half cup of white vinegar to the fabric softener compartment of your washing machine. The vinegar helps remove soap residue and kills mildew spores without the harsh smell of bleach. This method transforms a physically demanding task into one that requires only the effort of removing and rehanging your shower curtain. The machine handles the actual cleaning for you. It's a perfect example of working smarter, not harder, as we maintain our homes with aging bodies. 25. Aluminum foil scrub balls for cast iron. Cast iron cookware is wonderful for even cooking and develops better flavor with age, but cleaning it properly can be challenging. Traditional wisdom says never to use soap on seasoned cast iron, but food residue needs to be removed without damaging the pan's carefully developed seasoning. Here's a remarkably effective technique that preserves your cookware while being gentle on your hands. Create an aluminum foil scrubbing ball. Tear off a sheet of aluminum foil, about 12 inches long, and crumple it into a ball about the size of a golf ball. While your cast iron pan is still warm, not hot, add a small amount of water to create a gentle steaming effect. Then, scrub with the foil ball using circular motions. The aluminum is soft enough not to damage the seasoning, but textured enough to remove food particles effectively. The slight abrasion actually helps maintain the pan's surface by removing only what needs to go while redistributing oils into any uneven areas. My grandmother taught me this trick, shares Elizabeth. She cooked with the same cast iron skillet for over 60 years, and it was always perfectly maintained. Now that my hands aren't as strong as they once were, I appreciate how little pressure is needed with the foil ball to get perfect results. After scrubbing, rinse with hot water, heat the pan briefly on the stove to evaporate any remaining moisture, then add a tiny amount of oil and wipe it around the interior surface with a paper towel. Your pan is now clean, maintained, and ready for its next use. The beauty of this method is that it requires significantly less physical effort than scrubbing with brushes or chainmail scrubbers. The aluminum does the work for you, allowing you to maintain beloved cookware without straining your hands or wrists. 26. The fitted sheet dusting method for plants. Houseplants bring life, color, and improved air quality to our homes, but they can also collect dust on their leaves, which diminishes their beauty and their ability to photosynthesize effectively. Cleaning each leaf individually with a damp cloth can be tedious and time-consuming, especially for plants with many small leaves. Here's a clever alternative that treats all the leaves simultaneously: the fitted sheet dusting method. Place an old fitted sheet over the top of your bathtub or shower stall, creating a hammock-like surface with the elastic edges gripping the sides of the tub. Place your dusty plant, still in its pot, on top of this sheet. Gently spray the entire plant with room temperature water from a spray bottle, rotating the pot to reach all sides. The water rinses dust from the leaves, and the sheet catches all the runoff, keeping your bathroom clean while protecting your plant from sitting in water. After spraying, allow the plant to drain for a few minutes on the sheet before returning it to its usual location. I have over 30 houseplants, explains Harriet, who has lived in her apartment for over 2 decades. Before discovering this method, cleaning them was a full day's work that left my shoulders aching. Now I can refresh 6 plants in under 30 minutes with no physical strain. For plants too large to move, adapt this technique by covering the surrounding floor with an old sheet before spraying or wiping the plant in its permanent location. This approach eliminates the need to hold your arms in uncomfortable positions while carefully wiping individual leaves, a motion that can be particularly difficult for those with arthritis or shoulder issues. It's a gentle way to care for your plants while also caring for yourself. 2007, Dawn Dish Soap plus Hydrogen Peroxide Miracle Cleaner. Sometimes stains on clothing, upholstery, or carpets seem impossible to remove, especially set in grease marks, blood, wine, or those mysterious discolorations that appear without explanation. Commercial stain removers often contain harsh chemicals and require vigorous scrubbing to be effective. Here's a gentler alternative that works with remarkable efficiency. Mix equal parts Blue Dawn dish soap and regular 3% hydrogen peroxide in a spray bottle. It must be Blue Dawn specifically, Other dish soaps don't have the same grease-cutting properties. Spray directly onto stains, allow to sit for 5–10 minutes, then blot gently with a clean cloth. For laundry stains, apply the solution, let it sit, then wash as usual.